everybody.
Hi.
How y'all doing tonight? Or day, or whenever it is you decide to click on this. Today, we're coming with a little bit of an informational video. A lot of people have been asking us how we've been doing all of our weight loss and things of that nature. So we making this little video to kind of explain what we do and what the process is.
So this is strange because I'm not really passionate about pretty much anything besides my family and God, of course. But I've been really passionate about the Weight Watchers app and or the lifestyle that they offer. A lot of it is just, you're not really separating yourself from the food that you want to eat. You're just planning for it or learning how to organize your day or week based on the points that you're given, and then you can have what you want just in a moderation.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. It doesn't really tell you what you can and can't eat. You pretty much can eat whatever you want. You just have to follow your basic guidelines of whatever it is that the point values that you get throughout the day, or for whatever it is, the goals that you set yourself. So just a brief run through of how it works. Based on like certain questions when you join the app, it asks you questions about how active you are during the day, your weight now, and just general things of that nature. And it gives you a point value based off of that. When I first started, my points were about 41 points because I walked a lot and I was a little bit more active. So it gave me a lot of points for that.
Unlike me, I have a job where I'm sitting on my behind pretty much all day, so I'm not very active. So I started off with 32 points, which is pretty even for me. But then once you start losing the weight, or once you start doing the program, it'll lower your points. So right now I'm at 27 points, which is a little harder to fit in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But they give you so much food that are 0 points that there's no reason why you can't meet the goals. It's just sometimes it can be a little difficult because you want a little bit more than that. But if you stick to those 0 point foods and just use your points for additions to that food, like what is it? Boneless, skinless chicken breast is 0 points. So if you want boneless, skinless chicken breast, but you want to add some breadcrumbs to make it and put it in the air fryer, well, that's going to be 4 points for 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. So you know that 4 points is going to be added to that chicken, but the chicken is still 0. So you're only adding that 4 points there.
Mm-hmm. And then you get to eat like all your regular vegetables and things like that, because vegetables are 0 points as well. So you're not really changing the amount that you eat. You're still eating pretty much the same thing. It's just a different type of food that you eat. For example, I know most of us, we discount shop. So first thing we'll grab is that 85% beef. It's like mostly kind of fat, but you might have to pay a couple extra dollars, but getting that 95 or 99 type lean meat, it adds up in the long run, because the more lean the meat is, the less points it is. So, for example, this isn't accurate. You can have like the regular 85% one that you usually get, but that ground beef might be
7 points.
Yeah, 7 points for 4 or 5 ounces or whatever.
Ounces.
Yeah, for 4 ounces. Whereas if you get the 99 one, it's like 2 or 1, or depending on
4
the brand.
points.
4 out. Well, that goes my example. But the point is, like, you're getting like the better quality of meat. I mean, it might seem like it's a little bit more expensive, but it adds up in the long run.
They have a 96% beef, which is actually 3 points, depending on the Weight Watchers app. You also can have ground turkey, which is usually lean anyway, so it's 3 points for a 93% ground turkey. And then you can have ground chicken, which is also can be 3-4 points because it's low, it's high, and it's lean. It's very lean. There you go. It's low in its fat ratio. There's also milk. Milk is 1% milk is 4 points for a 1/8 cup. Then you have, well, he doesn't really like 1% milk.
Nasty.
I am okay with it because my taste buds have literally changed. I drink unsweet tea. He doesn't. So I understand where he comes from. But there's also this milk. Kroger has it. It's called Carb Master.
Mm-hmm. It's good too.
It's really good, and it's 1 point for 8 ounces. So a cup of it is 1 point. There's the chocolate milk that they have with that too, and it's 2 points for 8 ounces. So it's not that difficult. When I look at food, I look at points now. I don't see nutritional factors. I look at how many points it is.
Yeah, it's like, I know most people will compare it to counting like your carbs or your calories and things like that. I'm not that smart, and I don't really keep track of all that stuff. I mean, you can still do that with this app, but the apps, using the points makes it that much simpler. And you can still eat what you want to eat. So if whatever you buy, that is what you buy. But you just have to be conscious of whatever your points value might be. So you might end up going over your points if you still kind of eat the same way. But the good part about it is there's a scanner on the app that's built in. So if there's stuff that you were thinking about buying, you can scan it and see what the points value is. You can make your own decision from there. And also you get like fit points for different exercises you do. So for example, if you take a walk to the store for about 10 minutes, and you can put the different type of, like a little low intensity, medium intensity, and high intensity. And that gives you points for that you can use as well in case you do go over your daily allotment of points.
They also have weekly points there because a lot of the time you're going to want a hamburger from McDonald's. You're going to want a piece of cake. You're going to want ice cream, Halo Top, 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
1.5 cup.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. Especially the peanut butter cup. But you're going to want those extra things. You're going to want that sweetness. You're going to want that saltiness. Mm-hmm. You're going to want an actual soda that's not diet. I mean, diet's 0 points, but diet's not that good for you. But I love Diet Coke.
Yeah. This fast is killing us. Nothing for it that fast. I'm not supposed to be drinking it. I'm sticking to it though. But yeah, it's like you can still, you get what the program is. You get what you get. You get what you want out of it. Whatever you put in, that's what you get out of it. Because for us, it's been really a lifestyle change for us because we're way more conscious about what we buy and what we eat now. We even look at stuff as like, how many points is that? Like today, we went to Chipotle. That's my store. And what we usually get is about 18 points, which seems kind of high, but balanced it with what we usually eat, which is like a lot of 0 points, like eggs, boneless, skinless chicken breast, like a lot of 0 points. It does really balance out. So we had that wiggle room for, in case we did go over, because I have a lot of fit points too, because I work out every morning. Those fit points are stuff that you can fall back on, and it's encouraged that you do use that because that's what it is for. It's like it doesn't really penalize you for going over. They give you like a lot of wiggle room in case you do want to go over. Because I mean, hey, we human. Sometimes we do just want to go out and get those burgers or whatever it is that we eat. I mean, I know I do. But that's what those points are for, is to like for you to use that. It gives you like that hard work that you put during the week. You can have a little bit. You can reward yourself a little bit.
I did not work out for the first 2.5 months. I just started working out for real last week, which I've been doing 3 miles a day on the treadmill for about an hour on a incline. That loses about 600 calories a day, and then I lift a little bit, not that much. 60 pounds is what I'm doing right now on the little machines that our gym has for us. But before that, again, I did not use any exercises. I just stuck to the actual app and how the points. And I've lost in total today 39 pounds. That is humongous for me. I am lighter now than I have been since my freshman year in college. And that was about 8-9 years ago. So that to me is humongous. For women out there who are trying to get regular, the doctors have told you that you're overweight and that you need to lose some weight. This is an amazing way because I was not regular. I needed to lose that weight in order for me to be healthy, in order for me not to go to the cycle of my biological parents. So for me, that it's more of a health change because I needed that. I needed to make sure that I kept away from diabetes because both of my parents had it. And I'm going to follow down that line if I didn't fix it. So to me, this is amazing. I love Weight Watchers. I'm very passionate about it. The ones that I've got to join with me, I am over the hills overjoyed with them. I will give them tips. Like one tip, omelets. There is fat-free Kraft cheddar cheese. 1/4 cup is 0 points. Woohoo. Mm-hmm. And I have an omelet almost every morning. Yes, cholesterol a little bit, but compared to what I used to eat, that is nothing. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I'll admit I was a bit skeptical about it too, because the only reason why I joined was just because my wife needed a support system, so I was going to be that support system. But I didn't think it would really work for me either. But when I saw her get into it, I started thinking like, hey, what are my points is? Can you scan this for me? Can you scan this for me? And I joined the 27th of January, and thus far I've lost 22 pounds. And that was a mix of me not working out and working out now. Because if you work out, you do build a little bit of muscle. But for me to lose that amount in a month versus me just being regular and not losing anything, it definitely works. And it sounds complicated when we kind of explain it, but it's really not. It's really very, very simple. And it's not. It's the only thing you got to do is really just pay for the app. And then once you pay for the app and start scanning it, it's something you really do have to experience for yourself. But we wanted to make this video to give our people who ask questions about it just a little bit of info about it. And if anybody does have any more questions, just feel free to hit us up. We are more than happy to answer questions and go on the journey with you. So it's definitely something, if you're interested, it's definitely something you should check out.
I think so. I think I would recommend it to anybody. Like I said, this is the one thing that I've been passionate about in the last few years. So it's amazing to me. I thought I was very skeptical at first. I thought it was going to be just like any other diet, but they ensure you it's not a diet. Mm-hmm. It's a lifestyle change. You can't look at it like a diet, because if you do, you're going to go back to what you did, how you were. And that's not what you want. You want to improve. You want to see changes. And those changes, it took a minute for me to see it. I was losing the weight, but I wasn't seeing the changes. But after 2 months of seeing it and looking at pictures, I recommend taking as many pictures as you can. I do a photo shoot almost every morning.
Yes, she does.
But I recommend you taking pictures, because when you put those pictures side by side and you see the outcome, it just overjoys you.
Mm-hmm. And not a lot of times too, like your loss will translate to the scale, because that's just how our human bodies work. Like today, I was able to fit into a 1X shirt. I wasn't able to fit into a 1X shirt since my freshman year of college. So trust me when I say it definitely works. You might not lose in the number, but you'll lose all over.
Yep.
But that's really all I want to talk about. Just a brief plug at the end of this video. See this kind of cool Hawk Girl shirt in the middle? You too can get a shirt like this if you go to my best friend's David Johnson's page and Nightingale Images. He does high quality work. Just a little plug for him in there. We're not
the
paid
link will
for
be
this
at the
anyway.
bottom.
Yeah, we'll try to link it. But that's all we got, man. If y'all have any other questions, please let us know. But until next time, this is Mr. Y'all.
This is Mrs.
We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.